Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Hey, give me some of it. Okay, all right, I'm going. The Journey, the Tilton Girls, take one.
My favorite moments ever as a father was the moment she made the A-team.
They would always push me and my friends as well.
Their authenticity and integrity that they were able to do everything with.
I still struggle with a little bit, just like the confidence, like knowing that I'm in a different environment.
Could not be more proud of you, Justice, and of you, Remini.
It's gonna be a roast here.
No, it's not a roast. Ocean, and it was hard. Don't tell anybody that.
And action.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. We help players develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills, receiving and finishing from different situations such as volleys, headers, one touch, and off the dribble, with and without pressure. In addition, we help players increase their speed of play, dominate with their off-the-ball movement, awareness of space, defenders, and teammates. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, as well as large groups and team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country. We've also developed one of the most detail-oriented training programs to help out players. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. For more information, visit our website, evolutionperformancetraining.com, or text or call 248-818-3943.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week.
Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty.
My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo!
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers for this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
We watch soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network!
I watch soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
لا تنسون تتابعونا على Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I like to watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
Me gusta mirar fútbol en Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I love watching soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Back to Beatrial. He'll take a shot and he'll bear it! And then he'll fire it from Billows and it'll go in! One-on-one with Kudret. She'll put it off the post, saved by Kudret. Cut back from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in. And that's going to be fired. Milano with a dot. Oh, she keeps fighting, looking for goal number 2. Cuts it inside, shot, and that goes in. Good work is this one by Henry. Oh, good save by Jasinski. Dot 280. That's missed. Oh, it's Stone. And the ball, and both goals so far. Will fire one, and that's a wonderful save. Buddy puts it back for Al Jazeer, beaten, and he'll bury it. Going. He'll fire one now from distance, and that is in. What a strike by Ben Maher. This is high kick, but they're going to keep playing. Kim has it now. Johnson with a shot, and that's in! Hello, everybody, and welcome into Oakland University here on this Sunday evening. Primetime soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network as we welcome the Nationals as they take on FK Olympic in this UPSL Midwest East Conference matchup. My name's Jonathan Turner alongside my broadcast partner, Dan Stickrat. We are doing two things here tonight. We are bringing soccer to you live on the network, and the high school rankings from across the state will take place all in a duo combo here on this Sunday evening, Dan, as I welcome you back here with me in the press box.
So we're doing it out on location.
On location, as they would say. And again, John Turner, Dan Stickrad, as we bring it here into the press box. And here we are. We're on the perch here above the field, Dan, and we're on camera and say hi. And we're excited. We're excited to be out here today as FK Olympic coming in. They're 0-1-0. They lost their first match against Motor City FC. We were talking about that actually up here with them here just before the start of this broadcast, and it was funny. We'll maybe get into that here a little bit later. But the Nationals come in. They're currently 1-0-2. They are undefeated. They've won one game. Their first game they won back against Allianz FC back here a few weeks ago out of Corktown. They won that game 4-1. They tied Detroit United, the reigning fall champions, and they tied Shabib Al Yemen here this past week. So, hey, we'll get into more here. We're just getting the rosters. We're just getting all the things that we need to bring this broadcast to its fruition. So, but don't go anywhere. We come back here. We'll talk about these two teams. And get ready here for this matchup. You're watching the UPSL Midwest East Conference matchup between the Nationals and FK Olympic coming up next on the Michigan Soccer Network. Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers for this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome back here into Oakland University here for this UPSL Midwest East matchup. This past week on Friday, we were out at the Corner Ballpark for the UPSL Game of the Week. Allianz FC welcoming Motor City FC. They won that game 2-0 off of 2 goals from Figueroa in the 61st and 64th minutes to to win that game 2-0. So excited to bring you here this action. And if you're just joining us here, we appreciate you stopping by. We will have the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association's high school rankings here throughout the match here tonight, and that'll be available here, on our ticker that will make available here during the course of the broadcast. So we're excited to bring that to you for the first time in game. But here, let's take a look here at these two teams, Dan, and what they've been up to here in the first part of this season. So let's take a look here. FK OLIMPIK, again, second year in club history, lost first matchup back on May 1st, 2-1 to Motor City FC, and they finished their inaugural season last year in 7th place. Evan Bassi is their head coach, and they're looking to find their place in their second year here in this league. And the Nationals, which is, they are also in their second year. They played in the fall and the spring last year. They are currently 1-0-2, second season in club history. Tied last game to Shabib Al Yemen 1-1, and finished the inaugural season in 6th place and made it to the playoffs. They played in the playoffs. They lost to Hamtramck City last year at Keyworth Stadium. We were there for that coverage, so if you want to watch that game, you're more than welcome to. It's available right now on demand under our Watch UPSL playlist, currently available. And let's take a look here at the weather, and here it is 68 degrees right now. Beautiful night for soccer. Rain came through a little bit last night, early this morning. It's gone, and now we've got beautiful, beautiful weather. Not a bad night for soccer here in Michigan. So if you're first time along, stopping by, hit that subscribe button, and we're excited to bring you this matchup, so don't go anywhere. When we come back here from break, hey, guess what? We're going to have the walkout and the kickoff. So don't go anywhere. You're watching UPSL live on the Michigan Soccer Network on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. We'll be back. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential.
Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Welcome back here into Oak University here on this Sunday evening. So we
We are just about to get underway here in this match. International walk-on about to take place. See the national players lining up. FK Olympic in their pregame huddle. Have yet to get the lineup from the Nationals, so we'll get that as soon as we have that. We'll get that set up here. As now here comes the Nationals and the FK Olympic with the referees. Referee crew today. That's Tyler Gregory holding the ball. Pete Laurie, your fourth official. Andrew Smudik, assistant referee, and Shemek, the other assistant referee. We do have a roster for the Nationals, but we're hoping it's right. That's always, you just don't ever know.
They kind of hodgepodge these at the last minute.
They do. I mean, I know the players enough here just based off of who we've covered in the past. So it's going to be one of those things where we're going to have to highlight them as we go. Okay, Brendan Ware in goal, Ethan Walker center back, Masood Afzaal center back, Jonathan Garcia left back, Paul Skolasis right back, Amir Tuscalooka, Alex Wensky center mid, Demero center mid, Aiden Bariach, Taylor Espinosa right mid, and Dante Davidson up top. So but we are almost ready to get underway here. Let's take a look here at the current standings here in the Midwest East. Detroit United, they're atop the table with 10 points. Allianz FC, the United West, and Cedars FC all tied for second. Nationals there in fourth with 5 points. Motor City FC, Shabib Al-Yaman, and FK Olympic, they're at the bottom of the table. So, we're almost ready to get underway here from Oakland University. John Turner, Dan Stickred, if you're joining us for the high school rankings, don't worry, we'll get those to you. They will be playing here throughout the match tonight. We'll talk heavily about that. That's why Dan Stickred's here with me tonight. He's here with me because he knows all things soccer, and I don't. Well, that might be a joke, but just so I guess we're going back.
Are you insinuating I'm a walking Rain Man for soccer?
Team picture, team picture here. Starting for FK Olympic in goal, Hadis Bedik, MS Bedik, Nicholas Pulsini, Peter Diamond, Robbie Redzik, Chaston Fakarinina, Remy Boutros, Stefan Jakovacevic, Anthony Waller, Quinlan Grobel, and Adam Shabo are your starting 11 here for FK Olympic. If we got them right before in a manageable time, I could have put them on the screen, but unfortunately that didn't work out. And we are officially underway here from Oakland University, this UPSL Midwest East Conference game. Nationals welcoming in FK Olympic here in their first home match of the season. That was Demero and dispossessed, and now here comes FK Olympic. They lost their first match here back a few weeks ago to Motor City FC, their first and only win of the season. Currently 1-5. Looking to have a better showing here tonight. That ball was intended for Grobel. Now running on to is Shabo as he'll chase it down, but that'll go out of touch. So Brendan Ware will chase that one down for the Nationals. First time we saw him, we've seen him this season. I don't think he started in the last game we covered here. Their first game we covered was against Allianz FC at the corner ballpark. We'll work this around the back line. Demeraux. Good give and go. Back to Demeraux. We're going to play this near side, and Bassick will get his first touch. Good movement. This is ball cleared up. Good movement. Ball's will cross over the line. And out of touch. Played back into the middle. Both these teams figuring on how they're going to play. Just doing a sound check there, so I apologize if some feedback.
So far, Nationals is controlling play.
Scalassi's out wide, and foul, first foul here of the match. It's Demeraux now. That's cleared away and out of danger by FK Olympic. Well, a good ball switched to this near side. And Mike going to go out for a throw-in. So put in for Demeraux. He'll get a head on that. He'll go out for a goal kick. And if you're joining us here as part of the high school rankings, we'll have those up here in a moment. And we'll have those obviously posted throughout, tomorrow morning as we normally do. Normally we're in studio here on Sunday nights, Dan, covering, the high school ranking show. But this game taking place at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night, we were asked to cover it. We are covering it. As Anthony Waller out wide.
It's actually a perfect night to cover a soccer game and be on location for the rankings game. It was like turning off a faucet at 11:30 this morning. The rain just kind of stopped, and now it's hardly any clouds in the sky. Perfect weather.
Ball inside. It's Kyle Jennings, number 11, and must have been a late change, even though they texted it to us. That's the jersey number for 11 is Jennings. So, but then again, it could be wrong. We'll get clarity from the Nationals here in a couple moments. Back to Bassick. Diamond. Jennings. Oh, that's a foul. Head referee's like, bring that back.
Well, this is the fourth game of the season for the Nationals, and for FK Olympic, that's their second. And you can sort of see the cohesiveness with the Nationals already used to playing with each other. We only played 5 minutes of game time here, but it has
it's
been all
another
nationals
foul
so far.
That's another foul in succession.
3 fouls in less than a minute. So great free kick opportunity about 30 yards out on the side for Nationals.
We're going to see Demeraux over this one, plays it into the box, and going to call a foul. First foul of the night against the Nationals. This is Olsini.
It's kind of painting him back into the corner.
There's another foul.
Just a little love tap. Let him know that he's there next to him.
8 minutes in. 5 fouls here so far in this one. 4 for the FK Olympic and 1 for the Nationals as they work this around. Good cutback, and that's to Demeraux. Top of the 18. Demeraux, and that's a save by Bessick. And out for a corner. Good strike from Demeraux. Equally impressive save from Bessick.
Perfect opportunity for the Nationals. Got a corner kick. They've had possession the whole time.
This ball will be in, swinger near post. Touch, another save by Bessick. Believe that was Johnny Garcia that got a touch on that one. Bessick makes another impressive save. This one will go out now for a goal kick. So good couple saves and some good shots here from the Nationals here. 9 minutes into this one.
A lot of great opportunities for the Nationals. It could be easily 2-0 at this point of the game.
You're pushing the rankings onto your screen here in just a moment. And Dan, we'll as a foul, I think was just called. I want to time it right, so first yellow of the match issued. I'm sure we'll see more of those. I'm very optimistic about more yellow cards, Dan.
5 fouls in 10 minutes of play. It seems like every time Nationals get an advantage, they're knocking a player down on the field.
So push those on. Division III rankings on your screen right now as this is Szabo, and
first
tied up a little bit there, it looked like. I mean, he almost went down almost, but he just hung up, and the ball ended up going to Ware. And
first real threat by FK Olympic on the counterattack. Just not enough space to run onto the ball to get a shot off, but Nationals coming right back. The ball just outside the box.
There's Demeraux. Oh, good work. Now Demeraux. Another one saved by Bessick, and that's going to be cleared away.
They'll take the corner out of that opportunity.
Jakojovic. Knocked that one away. Number 17 for FK Olympic. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. We just got it. Jakovajevic. That's how it's pronounced. My guess. This ball played in. Ooh, and a good clearance by Robbie Redzik. But your rankings right now on your screen. That's Division 4 right now, coming across the bottom of your screen. In total, 39 total changes this week. In total here in Week 8 of the rankings. Was one of those crazy weeks again, Dan. We've talked about this quite a bit. In Division 1, there were 9 changes, 4 in, 4 out. In Division 2, there were 11 changes, 2 in, 2 out. D3 had 8, and D4 had 11, so for a total of 39 total changes. In Division 1, now on your screen, Rochester holds at number 1 for the second consecutive week. This Hudsonville Unity Christian. Hudsonville's in there. Okemos at 10-0-2. Stony Creek, they're 15-1. So talk about their schedule so far. Troy Athens 10-2-1. They're playing Grand Blanc tomorrow. Grand Blanc also in the rankings. We'll be on that broadcast tomorrow night. Now this will go out for a goal kick. So yeah, Grand Blanc ranked 12th in the state now. Anchor Bay 13.
Anchor Bay with 6 ties.
It's a lot of ties.
I believe that leads the entire state, all 4 divisions combined, 6 ties. Grand Blanc having a great year. They had won 10 in a row. They were upset.
This is big, though, Dan. New number 1 in Division II is Richmond Gull Lake. Birmingham Marion, for the first time this season, not number 1. They are now ranked number 3 in the state.
They were upset Thursday evening by Farmington Hills Mercy.
That they were. This is something we're going to be doing, I think, with this ticker of Week 8 rankings. I think we're going to keep that in all of our broadcasts, high school broadcasts this week, keep that going. It's a nice feature to have there at the bottom of the screen. We'll use other information resources in there as well, but for now, this is a good little ticker. I know it's going quick, but number 10, Cranbrook. Dearborn Divine Child is 13. St. Joseph and St. John's are back in Division II for the first time here in a couple weeks. They were out last week, and they're back in.
And we saw Linden at the 10th spot. They are rolling through the Flint Metro League right now.
That they are.
One of the best starts in program history. The Linden Eagles did reach the Final Four back in 2017 under Kevin Fiebernitz, but great season. They returned a lot of their players, got a handful of kids back who played in the ECNL or Girls Academy last year, and they're going to be a very serious threat to make a deep run again this year.
Another dangerous threat from Demeraux. He's a very talented player. Dante Davidson dispossessed. Davidson knocked for a corner, but he's got that wrist wrap going on there, so that's how I know it's him.
Dante Davidson of the Livonia Franklin fame.
That's right. So far.
Detroit area All-State prep standout.
So far in the poll, we've got 100% in favor of the Nationals winning this game. All played short to Demeraux. He tried to get by. Broken up there by Jakovic. If I pronounce that, I'm sorry. I'm going to try.
As we're watching the game and watching the ticker at the same time, number 5 in Division 4, Madison Heights Bishop Foley. I was doing some research here a couple weeks ago, and I believe they've had 21 Final Four appearances, which would lead the state all time in over about 40 seasons.
Another foul, this time against the Nationals. It's not a bad crowd here on hand here tonight. Shout out to Nathan, his first time on camera duty tonight. So far, so good.
Number 4, Okemos in the ticker is 10-0-2. They were in early April. They were hosting Rochester. Rochester was up 1-0, 11 minutes in. The game was postponed because of rain. They tried to reschedule it last week, and of course, like it has done for the last 2 months, weather did not permit that game to be finished. So it sounds like they will not be completing that game here during the regular season. But 2 undefeated squads at this point.
Anthony Waller goal coming soon here. Sal, the commissioner of the Midwest East Conference, hoping for another competitive match. Last night, Detroit United and United West played in a game. That game ended 1-0 in favor of Detroit United. Hard-fought match for United West. You got to give them some credit. They've only in their second year and having some really good success here. As this ball put across, Szabo was there. Jakovic now will fire one, and that one is way far away from that goal, and we'll just call that a cross.
Right idea, just a little bit of a shank. You call it in golf. He lined up, and it just didn't go the right way.
That was I think it's a slice, right? Ball goes just out.
You look at these top 15 rankings, and, Division 2, 3, and 4, most of the schools have stayed roughly the same. there's a top 15. There's 4, 5, 6 schools, honorable mention-wise, that are having good seasons. Division I's another story. I spoke to Brian Middlestat, the head coach of Rochester Stony Creek and the Division I chair, a couple times this week. We talked about teams from just about every conference where Division I schools hail from, and we discussed over 40 schools that are having good seasons in Division I. And what we came up with was the phrase,
the second top 15?
Anybody can win it. So they have a top 15 in Division I. They have almost 20 schools listed as honorable mention, and there could easily be 6 or 7 more that are also having good years. It's going to be interesting. Some of these districts, you're going to have 7 schools line up, and 7 are going to be above 500. It's a handful of districts, and you cannot predict who's going to squeak their way through some of these districts.
No, you can't. Here come the Nationals. Down by the end line. Put inside for Davidson. But Demerol, that touch, should have taken a shot. Still on the ball. And that one will finally go out for a corner. I believe that's their 3rd corner here of the match. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, it is 3rd corner.
That was 37. That's Aiden. Bariach. Bariach is the one that dribbled that one down, put it up towards the top of the 18. Demerol should have just fired that one. I know he wanted to get that touch, but he could have just fired that and tested Bessick here. Scholastis puts this one far post and makes the grab, does the goalkeeper, Edie Bessick. So a couple more votes coming in here. Showing here 85% in favor of the Nationals winning, 15% now in favor of FK. I got a fun fact for you, Dan. Tonight I was at the dinner table eating some dinner prior to this match, and our family, we were joking around. I saw a tweet as Diamond plays this one and dispossessed, but I had a tweet that showed Tom Brady and how he is 51% chance that he wasn't going to be broadcasting with Fox this upcoming season and his $37 million per year contract. And reading some of the retweets and some of the comments, as Diamond will look to take a shot from about 40 yards out, someone was like, hey, well, there's a 35% chance that he may eat chicken Caesar salad for lunch tomorrow. And then somewhere in the comments, it was like, did you know that there are 50 million kangaroos that live in Australia? And if they invaded Uruguay with a population, this ball is Szabo got and where the rebound, still open shot, and that's finally cleared away. I'll get back to my comment now, maybe. So now here come the Nationals. And Davidson, that's too much touch, but 50 million kangaroos that live in Australia, and if they were to invade Uruguay, which has 3.5 million people, they'd have to fight off 14 kangaroos per person.
And kangaroos can be quite mean of an animal, especially if they have their young with them. They are very protective.
I did not know that there are 50 million
very strong animals. No, neither did I. That's
a lot of kangaroos.
Another stat that you would think it'd roll off my tongue.
I did Google it to verify that is correct. I also Googled how many people live in Australia, and it's 25 million. So realistically, it's 2 to 1. Kangaroos, a little shoulder to shoulders. But that's my fun fact of the day.
I'm always spouting off with unusual sports and music statistics, but not about kangaroos.
Now, the head referee is telling a player to go off the field. He doesn't have shin guards on. No, there's no shin guards, so he's sending him off the field to get shin guards on. That's Anthony Waller, who just so happened in the comments, Anthony Waller, goal coming, is what we were promised here in the comments section. All played up, and we'll go right to where.
So as that ticker goes by with the high school rankings, Shout out to Saugatuck on the southwestern side of the state. Sounds like they clinched at least a tie of the Valley Division of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Saugatuck is ranked 8th, 8-1-0, and having their best season in school history.
That they are. Again, they were ranked previously last week 13. They're 8-1, as you'd mentioned. Shabo, ball deflects, goes back to Jennings. But yeah, there are 8 in Division 4. As we mentioned, in Division 2, Marion is now 3rd. They moved down 2 spots. First time this season that they have not been in first in the rankings.
They lost to Mercy. Mercy won a district championship last season. That was their first since 2012. But Mercy kind of had a little bit of a slow start. It was down in the standings of the Central Division of the Catholic High School League. But by upsetting the Mustangs, that kind of opens up that conference race slightly. Dearborn Divine Child.
Good work from Bessick.
Mercy and Warren Regina are all trying to unseat Marion as that defending division champion in the CHSL Central Division.
It's always good though when we got a message on Instagram, hey, where's the ranking show tonight, and that's a good thing when people are like, hey, where's something that you're supposed to be doing, and there's always a debate about whether or not we should do games on Sundays during the high school season because we are doing the rankings, and there'll be a time where we'll be able to with personnel be able to do 2 for 1, but we did not want to miss out on this opportunity to bring this game as well and this coverage of the UPSL Midwest East Conference. But, hey, the rankings are playing right there at the bottom of your screen. They were released here right now during this broadcast. And they will be available here on our website as well on social media here tomorrow morning. And as always on the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association website like they do every week. So 24 minutes in, it's 0-0 here on the campus of Oak University. So this is not the game of the week. We had our game of the week on Friday as Allianz FC welcomed in Motor City FC for their Cinco de Mayo matchup, and it was fun. Had tacos, fantastic food down there, and that game ended 2-0 in favor of Allianz FC, getting their second win of the season, and they're currently tied for second with 3 other teams in this league.
So this game, it seems like FK Olympic has tightened down the reins a little bit defensively. They haven't been able to generate much offense. The Nationals have controlled play, but
you mentioned Division 1, there were 4 changes in total. 4 in, 4 out. This ball as a flag will go up. New into the rankings this week, Saline, unranked previously, makes their way all the way to number 8. And then Heartland and Rochester Adams now at 10 and 11. Rochester Adams was in the rankings earlier in this season, but due to some losses to some key opponents in the OAA Red, fell out of it. Heartland, their first time in the rankings, I think since week 2, because I think they were in the rankings in the first couple weeks of the preseason polls, and then West Ottawa
is a newcomer. West Ottawa has not been ranked in like 20 years. They're doing well.
Ooh, look at this. Now Shabo. He's one-on-one now with Ware. Puts it across, open goal, and misses frame. My goodness.
You can't ask for a better grand opportunity than that. He just flat out missed a net with the goalie down on the ground.
That was Grobel who missed that wide-open look. Shabo gets that lucky bounce off the deflection, makes his way into the 18, slots it across the top of the 6 to a wide-open Grobel who just can't put it in the net. So a missed opportunity right there for FK Olympic as now here come the Nationals and Espinosa. Now Waller. Good work from Waller. All switched to this near side. Shabo. Jakojevic down by the end line, looks to put this one in, stays on the pitch, and cleared out here towards Espinosa. And this ball all the way back to Bessick. and I've been looking at this Rice Krispie treat for like the better part of 40 minutes. Oh, Demeraux. He's got Davidson. Put the ball in for.
I think he waited a little bit too long to serve that into the teammate on the left side there.
That's Barrage. Number 37. Playing left forward here tonight for the Nationals.
So a moment ago, we were talking about the Division I rankings, and there was 4 newcomers. But Saline was your 2015 Division I state champion. They graduate a solid core of players, but first place in the Southeastern Conference Red Division. 8-0-3 record, their best start since 2015. Heartland was your 2021 state champion. They lost the regional finals last year, the Elite Eight, to Bloomfield Hills, eventual state champs, and they kind of been quietly building some momentum here in the last couple of weeks and have moved steadily up the conference standings in the KLAA West Division. It's one of the top conferences in the state year in and year out. Rochester Adams has hopped back in. They're a very young team. They have 4 freshmen and either starter come off the bench, but they upset Rochester Stony Creek 2-0 10 days ago. And then they knocked off Grand Blanc, which had won 10 straight games to get back in the rankings. And then Holland West Ottawa has not been ranked in a long time as well. So they're in the Ottawa-Kent Conference Red Division, along with Hudsonville, number 3, number 14, Caledonia, and Rockford, which is honorable mention. Rockford climbed up in the top 5 a couple weeks ago, but had a couple losses and ties here recently to fall out of the top 15. But a lot of teams on the honorable mention list, Jonathan, for Division I. Muskegon, Mona Shores,
18 of them.
Utica, Eisenhower, Romeo, Rockford, Oxford, Milford having their best season. South Lyon East, which moved up from D2 to D1. Byron Center, Final Four team in D2 a couple years ago. Ann Arbor Huron has only one loss. Midland Dow. Livonia Stevenson, which knocked off Belleville the other day.
They did.
Belleville still holding in the top 10.
The game is available on our YouTube channel, so you can watch that after this game. It was a good matchup. It was 0-0 at the half.
We got Macomb, Lance Cruz North, Matawan, Dearborn, East Lansing, which is having a great defensive year. They're 8-1-3. They tied Okemos early in the season. Okemos is 10-0-2 and ranked 4th. Battle Creek Lakeview, another team out of that Southwestern Michigan Athletic Conference. A lot of teams in D1 and D2 ranked, honorable mention from that league. And then Wall Lake Northern and Ann Arbor Skyline. Skyline fell out of the top 15, but still 6-3-2. So a lot of very good teams. And there are several other schools not even listed on that are still having good teams that would be very dangerous, could win a district championship and so on.
And we talk about that. That's a good matchup right there. Is foul called. That went on the Nationals. But no, you're right. I mean, that's the thing. And these rankings, is as much as we talk about them, and even like you look at getting other sports where there's rankings, they mean nothing. And they mean nothing not because teams aren't good and haven't earned the right to have those rankings, but when you start talking about the districts, right? You talk about like the Utica district, right? Where you got Eisenhower and you've got Romeo in that district. No, Romeo's in the Rochester, but you got Anchor Bay is in that district, right? No, I apologize.
Anchor Bay's out with Lance Cruz North.
Lance Cruz North. Demeraux is in the 18. He'll look to fire a shot. That's pulled back and now down by the end line. But like the Rochester, you got that Rochester. We got Rochester, Stony Creek, Rochester Adams. Romeo is in that one. That's a district that we talk about that anyone coming out of that district you would think would be in a state final here because of the level and the caliber of teams in that district. And it's a really hard district to win. And there are a lot of districts that are just like that ball almost went by Bessick and out for a goal kick. But we talk about that. It's a big deal. And the Troy Athens and Troy Highs, when they face off in that district, right? That's another district where things can be very, very. I think Troy Athens is actually hosting a district again this year. It's another one that it's hard to get wins. You know, you start getting further north where Grand Blanc plays, right? And they've won a lot of district championships over the years because, again, you up there in that area, you know, the quality of teams might always be there at the district level. And they come down, they got to face off some tougher opponents in the regional levels, and that's when then you can start to see a struggle maybe in those rounds. And we always talk about that too. We always talk about like that regional semifinal, that regional final, depending upon where you're at in the state, could be much easier than what you faced off in the district. Right, just basically how things kind of shape up sometimes, you know. It didn't shape up that way for Rochester Adams and Troy High in the fall. They had to face off in that game in the regional semifinals. Had they faced off against, I think Anchor Bay was in that district along with Fraser. They were in that district. In that regional semifinal. They played that game. Anchor Bay won, and then Rochester Adams beat Anchor Bay in the regional final.
Had to come back twice in that game.
Had to come back
to win
twice.
The regional championship.
But that game would have theoretically was probably an easier matchup for them than the game that they played against Troy High. And then they made their way to the state final after beating Plymouth-Salem in the semifinals. I know it's a no-no, right, when you say it's Salem. I don't know. I keep saying Plymouth.
It used to go under the names Plymouth Canton and Plymouth Salem. When Plymouth High School opened in 2002, a couple years after that, the district started asking members of the media to call them Plymouth, Canton, and Salem.
Yep.
But
and
old habits never die with the media. I still all the time call it Plymouth Canton and Plymouth Salem. So it's an old habit.
Yeah, I
probably will never go away. I catch myself now and then.
If you're just joining us here, John Turner, Dan Stickrad, bringing you UPSL Midwest East Conference coverage here on this Sunday in prime time, 8 p.m. here under the lights at Oak University. At the same time, bringing you the high school rankings, which are currently right now at the bottom of your screen in our ticker. Those are the top 15 teams from each division, 1 through 4. Shabo now on the ball. Oh, that's a tackle. That might be a yellow card on to Johnny Garcia, and there it is. So another foul. As people are just screaming on the field. This is the thing that, you know, when you start talking about amateur soccer, I don't care if it's men's or women's, the thing that you have to deal with as a manager or coach, whatever, a referee crew is discipline, right? And, you know, because, again, at the amateur level, this is not their career, right? You start getting the professional levels, professional ranks, right, like USL Championship, NISA. These players are getting paid to be out there. This is their day job, right? And then maybe their night job. These players, this is not their job. Their job, they work someplace else. So they're going to work tomorrow morning.
And a lot of these guys are still on college rosters. This is just a way for them to get game experience.
This ball played in. Demerol will get a head on this. We'll go back post for Diamond, and he puts it in.
Kind of left open in traffic there at about 10 yards out. Puts it away.
It bounced right to Peter Diamond, and FK Olympic goes up 1-0 here in the 35th.
First shot on frame for FK. Able to find the back of the net.
They've had a couple shots. 35th minute. So when that goal came in, that was Peter Diamond, unassisted as that one was headed off by Alex Demerol. And we have moved away from the scoreless tie. Reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll have first half stats. Look, we had a substitution. I think Espinosa came off. And now number 33. I had that roster here somewhere. Up, there it is. Masoud Afzali.
So Nationals control play the first 15 minutes, but they squandered a couple great opportunities in the box, a couple corners, and now they find themselves in a 1-0 hole late in the first half.
Another quick shot. It goes up and over and wide. Yeah, coming up here at halftime, we will have First half stats. Keeping in mind, FK Olympic in their first match of the season, they fell 2-1 to Motor City. That's Motor City's first win of the year. They're 1-5. So coming in here against a team in the Nationals that have not yet to lose a game this season would be a big victory for FK Olympic in their second game. Salvatore Velarde mentions he went to Caledonia as a graduate. Scholasses. Back to Masood, and that's Wensky inside for Dante Davidson. Davidson looked to put this across the 6. Now Demeraux. Back to Wensky, and he'll fire one. Actually, that was Jennings.
Just missed that post.
No, it was actually Scholastis.
3 or 4
I apologize.
inches. Yeah.
Saw the one. But, yeah, just missed here, just wide. So 38th minute. Goal coming in the 35th from Peter Diamond. And 1-0 here in favor of FK Olympic. Akujevic. Referee calls a foul. So the substitution taking up Espinosa is, again, Masoud Afzali. Ooh, look, Shabo fighting hard there and cleared up here towards midfield. Back to Shabo. Boutros. Rami Boutros. It's another foul. And
starting to get a little physical.
Starting to? And Jakubowski says, and have a great week, gents. Good broadcast so far. Go Ike, as Eisenhower did not make it into the rankings this week, but they are right there in that honorable mention bubble, as we talked about. They this past week they beat Romeo. I think it was 2-0 in that match. We're going to actually cover the rematch of that game here later this month on the 22nd of May. It's a good, well-struck ball of Zali.
A little bit of a handball. He waved it off, but
he almost caught that. He almost had a fair catch. That would have been
could have been a disaster if FK could have got a PK out of that and converted.
That it could. We appreciate the support of Eisenhower. They've been fantastic. It's another foul on that side. National player down on the turf. Believe that's Johnny Garcia. It is. Jonathan Garcia, assistant coach at Schoolcraft College with Rick Larson. The Nationals head coaching staff, Rick Larson, Granthik Chatterjee, general manager Trevor King. I think I see Henry Steinwasser on the far side as well.
The infamous Henry Steinwasser.
That's right.
He was head coach for the Troy High girls for several years back in the 2000s.
He was.
Won a state championship in 2003 with the Colts.
That he did. I think it's they won again, another one back in 2013. Is that right?
Troy's been in the many, many Final Fours, state runner-up, state champions. One of those, along with Troy Athens, it seems like the winner of their district when they go toe-to-toe. I mean,
Demeraux looking for Davidson.
One of them makes a deep run.
That'll go out for a throw-in for FK as we are now in the 41st minute. The nice thing about here tonight is Pete Laurie, who's the fourth official, he has one of those substitution boards and the board for stoppage time. So hopefully he'll use that for us to see it tonight. That always helps because we're kind of like in a guessing game. Different than that in high school soccer. In high school soccer, the clock is managed by the officials. It's on the field, even though it's done, by a scorekeeper, in a press box. They manage the clock and they stop it on goals. They stop it on injuries, as well as all discipline, so all cards and or misconduct, as it would be called, right? So here we do not stop it. We just have stoppage time. And as you saw in the recent World Cup, you can get stoppage time upwards of close to 10 minutes. I think the average that was 9 during the recent World Cup here this past summer past fall. And the Women's World Cup coming up here is now Wenski finds Demeraux, dispossessed. Right now the Nationals just a step off. It's Demeraux out wide. Puts it back far post. And
Demeraux's been very dangerous since the opening kickoff, just not able to convert.
Scholasses. Avzali. That's going to deflect, and Redzik will clear it away. It's Robbie Redzik. Masoud Afzal plays behind their Scholasses. Now Wenski brings it down. It's a good switch to that far side, but cleared away by Redzik. So
we're about 43 minutes in. We got a 1-0 advantage for FK Olympic.
Oh, and now here comes Davidson down by the end line, keeps it on, and pulls down an FK Olympic player. That'd be a foul. So I don't know if two number 19s on the roster for the Nationals and no 18, so we're going to have to figure out who that is. %81% here, still in favor of the Nationals. We've got 16 votes in so far. Get your vote, and who's going to win this one? What are your predictions? Right now it's 1-0 in favor of FK Olympic. We already said that, but another foul.
Who's going to win this game? Who's going to win the 4 MHSA state championships?
Wow.
In 6 weeks.
Wow, Dan, that's a tall order. We should have a poll, though. We should do a poll here. Do it right now. Well, not right now, but when I get home tonight, I can put one out there and set it up for tomorrow. You can't bet on it, right? Because that's not legal. But definitely have fun talking about it.
We'll chat about it some more tomorrow night at the Grand Blanc at Troy Athens non-conference matchup.
That's right. Scholasses, good cutback.
Couple top 15 teams.
Out wide to Avzal. Puts this one inside, and that's going to be cleared out for a corner. Cleared out there by
Grand Blanc, always a good team. They've won many districts over the years. They did lose in the first round last year, but never won a state championship in girls soccer. 0-4 all-time in state championship matches. The only teams that have lost in the finals more without a state championship are Grand Rapids Forest Hills Northern, which is ranked in Division II top 15 this week.
The ball comes in far post.
And then Brighton. Both of those have 5 times they've lost in the finals and never have won a state championship.
There was Barrage that took that corner for the Nationals, and this one did go out, says the assistant referee.
So we're a little extra time now.
Oh, we got 2 minutes, they say. So there you go. Put that on the clock there. We don't do that normally in high school because we don't have to. So we've got a goal kick here now for FK Olympic with just about a minute to go here in this first half. So now a ball inside. I was looking for Grobel. That's Schabo on the ball. Schabo, good step over. Inside the 18, then knocked out for a corner. Is that their first one?
First corner for FK Olympic.
First corner of the afternoon.
Actually, evening. We're pushing 9 o'clock on a Sunday evening.
Hey, it's still afternoon to me. It's all rolled into one.
Never ends, right?
That's right.
So a dangerous opportunity here for FK.
Yeah, ball comes in. Far post, cleared away. That's Waller on the ball. Sklassis wins that battle, and up this near side he'll come. Any last moment heroics here in this first half as Demro now collects. He's got Davidson, but Davidson's off. He's off by a mile. And that will go out for a goal kick.
So if Nationals can get a shot off here in the last minute of extra time, this is going to be a 1-0 FK Olympic advantage here come the half. If you tuned in and watched the first 15 minutes of this match, you would have thought otherwise. Nationals dominated play the first 15, 20 minutes, and then it kind of beat it out a little bit, and FK Olympic was able to put one home there in the 35th minute, so we got a 1-0 advantage.
That we do. It is Sunday night. It is soccer here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We're doing two things here tonight. We're covering UPSL Midwest East soccer between the Nationals and FK Olympic and the high school soccer rankings for each division. It's 1-0 here at the half off the 35th minute goal from Peter Diamond. We'll be back.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential.
Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed with pressure and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Welcome back here into Oakland University. We're at the half. 1-0 is the score. Off that 35th minute goal from Peter Diamond. And that's where this game stands so far. Let's take a look here at your first half stats. Go on your screen here right now. And there they are. The Nationals, 4 shots in total, 5 for FK Olympic. Only 2 on target for them. We saw those 2 saves that Bessig made there in the first half. Early in this match, only 1 on target, the goal from Peter Diamond in the 35th minute. 3 corners for Nationals, 1 for FK Olympic, 1 offsides. 6 fouls in favor of the Nationals, 7 for FK Olympic, 13 in total. And then 2 saves for Bessig, none for the Nationals and Brendan Ware. But the score here is 1-0 here at the half. And we're going to step aside here for another break. You're watching UPSL Midwest East Soccer live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We'll be back. Welcome you back here into Oakland University here at the half, and bring you here into the press box with Dan and myself here. And well, hey, I mean, Dan, you know, we talk about this quite a bit. You know, it's always a tale of 2 halves. The Nationals came out kind of I'd say they came out pretty hot, and then it kind of simmered, right? And we talked about maybe just some defensive, you know, changes, maybe some organizational things that, you know, Evan Bassi and the head coach of FK did there during the early part of that game. But hey, they're up 1-0 right now in this key match. And we have a lot more match here, a lot more game left with 45 minutes, so anything can happen. But we're going to put the rankings back up here on your screen now, and push those out there. Again, you know, normally right now we'd be doing our ranking show, at least wrapping up our ranking show. In total this week, there are 39 changes in total. 4 in and 4 out in Division 1. We talked about that. Rochester Adams, Heartland, right, made their way into the top 15 here in Division 1. You also saw West Ottawa, first time that they've been in there this season. Saline, first time this season they've been in there as well, previously unranked. So Dan, I mean, you know, and we look at what happened in Division 2. Birmingham Marion out of the top spot for the first time this season. They're now at the 3 spot, and Richland Gull Lake, who won it last year. They went to the semifinals. They are now in the top spot in Division 2. But we also saw St. Joseph and St. John's, who bounced out last week, are back in it. Grand Rapids, Forest Hills Central, and Zeeland West both knocked out of the top 15 this week. And then we look at Division 3. Honestly, no one went in and no one out. Just some changes. In total, there are 8. But Hudsonville University Christian still at that top spot. Notre Dame Prep went from 6 to 8. From last week, and University of Liggett and Olivia Thomas, I mean, they're having a season, and whether Olivia Thomas is sticking around or not, that's still to be seen as far as what happens the rest of this month. I know she might be called into some kind of a national duty, but they're 9-1, Dan, and they just dispatched Royal Oak Shrine here this past week 6-2. She had 4 goals in that game. I mean, you know, that with Olivia Thomas in that line, talked about time and time again. But again, no one in or out in Division 4, 11 changes in total. We saw Granville Calvin Christian go from 5 to 3. And we saw North Muskegon, they were at 6-3-1. They went from 3 to 6. So, but a lot of changes, 39 in total. Not as many as last week, 48 last week. Week before that, we had 46.
But a lot of what you can say about the top 15 each division and the honorable mentions, like we mentioned earlier, honorable mentions is almost 20 deep in D1. And then Division 2, there's quite a few as well. And then D3 and D4, there's a few schools that I think should, get on that list. But you're looking at the same conferences over and over again in all 4 divisions. You can go up and down that list and say, go up and down the Division 1 and 2 list and just highlight several schools in the same leagues over and over again. And the same thing in the lower divisions. It's like Division 3, you have 2 schools ranked first and second, and there's 5 ranked teams in the blue division of the Ottawa-Kent Conference, just to give you an example.
Yeah.
There's 8 schools in that league, 7 are having good years, 5 are ranked. And it's so difficult to win a conference championship, and the thing about it is a lot of these schools, they're in the same 2 districts. So if they get through a brutally tough district, then they got to face a league opponent in the regional semifinal. So it's not an easy pathway for a lot of these schools in each of the 4 divisions. So if you make the Final 4, you get a chance to play in that state championship match, you win a state title, it's going to be well earned. There's going to be no paths that are absolutely easy for any team to get to the final week of the season.
No question about that. National soccer tryouts coming up here in June. Open training begins June 4th through June 9th. Tryouts begin June 10th and June 11th. For more information, you can head over to National Soccer. I'll make sure I get this right, because if I say it wrong, that could be a thing. So I want to make sure I get it right. It is nationalsoccer.com. Right on their homepage, all the tryout information, achieving more together. They have the tryouts, locations, all of the above available right now at nationalsoccer.com. And if you are interested in playing in, the boys or girls academies, those tryouts begin May 31st and June 1st for boys, and for girls, May 31st and June 2nd for girls. So again, more information at nationalsoccer.com. You are watching UPSL Midwest East Soccer live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We'll be back. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Hey, give me some of it. Okay, all right, I'm going. The Journey, the Tilton Girls, take one.
My favorite moments ever as a father was the moment she made the A-team.
They would always push me and my friends as well.
Their authenticity and integrity that they were able to do everything with.
I still struggle with a little bit, just like the confidence, like knowing that I'm in a different environment.
Could not be more proud of you, Justice, and of you, Remini.
We're gonna be a roast here.
No, it's not a roast.
Motion, and it was hard. Don't tell anybody that.
And action.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Welcome back here into Oakland University and this UPSL Midwest East matchup as this second half about to get underway. Did, I believe, see a substitution, but the Nationals being the all-blue kits. They're just different variations of blue. Going right to left on your screen for this half, and the FK Olympic in the black and yellow. Going left to right.
Kind of reminds me of the old school Rochester Adams uniforms, the black and gold.
And we are officially back underway here. Second half action. High school rankings back on your screen. They'll be there for the duration of this game. As our salute to the high school girls playing here during this season. A lot of comments happening there during kind of the halftime break. Danny Garrett welcoming back in here. Haven't seen Danny a whole lot this season. We did see him on Thursday during the comment section. Danny Garrett, a long-time listener, viewer, watcher of the network. When I say long time, only for a year and a half. So,
once the high school season ends, we'll get back to the MSN weeklies on Monday nights. And
that we will. Is
Garrett was one of our consistent commentators in terms of submitting suggestions and commenting on the thread.
Well, when we get done with this season, and we don't typically do games on Mondays. I've been trying to take that as kind of like a night off for us, just because of all the games we're doing. I mean, next week we've got 3 games of high school, and then we're taking a break. That's my anniversary next weekend, so I'm going to be not available for the weekend. But nice ball with the top. Trying to see who got that ball. I don't know if that was Waller or not. That's broken up by Asfal. And now Wensky. And he's dispossessed. Goes down now Shabo. And actually that was Grobel that went down, I believe. And a free kick coming up right now for FK Olympic. We appreciate you saying you love the broadcast. We do the best we can. We give this thing a good go every time we do this. And now our camera operator Brandon now on camera.
Great opportunity for FK Olympic just outside the box.
This is a shot that'll go up and over.
And he kicks a field goal.
Not even close.
I think that's one of the most disappointing things about when I watch soccer, high school, club, semi-pro, amateur, even pro, is these kids play soccer 6,000 days a year, but when it comes to taking restarts, free kicks, corner kicks, it's just so many of these chances are just wasted. Like, put it on frame, get it off a goalpost, make something happen, but you kick it 30 yards out, the ball hasn't landed yet. It's going to land down on Oakland University's game field downhill.
Oh, it was Davidson. Played it into Barrich, and
so the Nationals coming out with that possession game. They started the first 15 minutes of the first half. See if they can generate anything out of this.
Ryan Goki is now on the pitch for the Nationals. Is Barrich. It looked to take a shot near post. That might have deflected. It did, and
shot deflects just wide of the net.
Touch on that far side. Oh, ball makes it all the way here to Grobel. He had a wide open look in the first half, and that's deflected Good slide from Garcia. So throw in.
Sun has officially set here in southeastern Michigan, and the temperatures are starting to drop.
So always tell everyone to be prepared, dress accordingly. This ball goes back.
You have to understand the term up here in Michigan, where it can be 84 and 21 degrees in the same week, and it was a few weeks ago.
That's right.
So we're on the campus of Lincoln University, my alma mater. It's amazing to see how far this school has grown over the years. Became a Division I school back in the late 1990s, and now it's pushing 25,000 students and still growing.
Oh, good ball up top. That's to Davidson, and out comes Bessick offsides, though. Now Wensky on the ball for the Nationals. They're down 1-0 off the 35th minute goal from Peter Diamond. And that's where this game stands. You're just joining us here. We still have an active poll here. So far, 22 votes. Nationals still in the lead, 68% to FK Olympics 32. So keep the votes coming. Barrich to Demeraux. Got Jennings in the middle of the park. Back to Barrich. Oh, that's near post. Tucked by Bessick. That almost snuck in.
Yeah, Bessick barely got a hand. That was just dipping underneath the crossbar. He's able to deflect it out for a corner. That's 3 times he has robbed Nationals of a goal. That's the 4th corner kick for the Nationals.
This ball played, and that goes far post. We've seen those all night where they keep playing these corners back post. But that was Barrich once again. Jennings out wide. That's put back in and then cleared away. That was Goki. It's a heavy touch, almost cost, but out here to Johnny Garcia. Jennings back into Garcia, gets a touch. Now it's Barrich.
Nationals building in a hurry, see if they can get a shot off.
Oh, inside to Davidson. He just can't get a good touch. And cleared up by Grobel towards midfield. Now Waller on the ball for FK Olympic. He's got some fans in the comment section. They were thinking he's going to get a goal here in this one. Hasn't happened yet. Peter Diamond so far still in that thunder. Redzik. Olsini. And right now, FK Olympic, if looking at the table, currently, this ball over the top for Shabo. Where right there at top of the 18, was not offsides. Almost got a foot on that one.
And Ware had to dump it off right away. He almost lost his balance and fell out of the box with the ball in his hand, so he had to dump.
Goki back into Demro. Good ball over the top. Oh, good work from Demro to get through two players. Now he'll look to put this one across for Davidson! Oh, no, it wasn't Davidson. It was Afsal, and it's a goal. Thought it was the wrist. But Davidson gets, sorry, not Davidson, Afsal gets him on the board. It's 1-1. That's number 33, Masoud Afzali. Getting the Nash on the board in the 55th. I always hate, man, when I get the call wrong. Because Davidson has the white, and then Afzali has the black wristband. And this one's another ball for Afzali. Can he get another goal here? He came on as a sub in the first half. My apologies to those at home where I yelled Davidson's name. Barrage. Now Jennings. That's into Davidson. And that'll go out. Beautiful pass from Demro. Garcia. Goki. This one's played long, and a bicycle kick out towards midfield. Wensky. Now he's got some space, and things are opening up a little bit here for the Nationals now. Barrich played inside. That deflects. Afali's right there, and all cleared away. It is getting a little chillier. I'm glad I layered up. Demro.
Nationals able to tie that. They've kept on the pressure since they've gotten that goal.
Scalassi's inside for Demro. Looking to put it across. Good defensive work by Pulsini. Davidson to Barrich. The flag goes up for offsides.
It's the third time tonight that the Nationals have been flagged for offsides.
Peter's joining us here. Goal in the 35th minute from Peter Diamond. Got the FK Olympic on the board with a 1-0 lead going into the half. And then just here a few moments ago in the 55th, the Nationals get on the board off a beautiful pass from Alex Demro. Masoud Ozali. And that's where things stand. Waller on the ball for FK Olympic. And they're in the black and yellow kits going left to right on your screen. Jennings and Wensky now back to Goki, and the Nationals wearing the all-blue kits going right to left. Back to Ware. If you're joining us and looking to watch the high school ranking show, there's no ranking show tonight, just rankings across the screen.
We've been talking about those rankings as this broadcast has gone on. We've got a few text messages here from coaches around the state wondering why there was no show tonight. Well, I guess people are becoming quite accustomed to setting aside an hour every Sunday night.
Oh, now here comes the Nationals of Barrett. Davidson making a run here on this near side. Demeraux open on that far side, but a bad ball. Could have done a lot more with that. Promising attack stopped by a bad pass.
Demeraux's been dangerous this whole game.
Very talented player, plays his college soccer at Schoolcraft.
Schoolcraft, went to Allen Park High School.
That he did. See, Dan knows all these things. He didn't know Demeraux was even on this field tonight before he got here. He already knows it. We are going to see a substitution, though, for FK. Number 14. Coming on here in a couple minutes. Next stoppage. It's Maurice Toma. This is Scalassi's. Looking to fire one. That's blocked. That was Jennings.
So 4-0 in shots of this half. In favor of the Nationals.
Wensky.
FK Olympic have yet to even really pose a threat here in the second half.
Jennings on the ball now. As Demeraux, we've seen him high, we've seen him low, we've seen him wide, and we've seen him far. Jennings, good cutback from Jennings, finds Wensky. Knocks it out wide. To the goal scorer, Masoud Afzali. Good movement from the Nationals. Switch to point of attack. Barrett now finds Demeraux. Demeraux earns a corner for the Nationals. Will be their 5th of the night. Am I right or no?
5th corner of the game.
Just a record, Doug didn't ask me if we were doing a show tonight, so.
Doug Steiner, the head coach, girls head coach of Rochester High, ranked number 1 in Division I. He's also the assistant coach for the women's at
Lawrence Tech University.
Lawrence Tech.
As well as Trevor Foster over at Romeo. So Barrett will put this in their 5th corner of the night. Back post, Demeraux! Just wide. Oh, no, that went in. Somehow that went in. We saw this on Friday as well. But I believe that
from our angle, that definitely looked like a win on the side of the net. I mean, I thought that was a goal for sure, and they hesitated to make the call, but.
So very anticlimactic goal. But the Nationals up now 2-1 here in the 63rd. And again, I believe that was Demeraux that got it.
Perfect header in the box by Demeraux. Got up high in traffic and able to head it in just inside the right goalpost on the far side. So Nationals flooding the net with shot attempts, and they have taken a 2-1 advantage here.
Just going to look at this again.
In the 63rd minute.
So is the coaching staff. So, I mean, the referees checked the nets. We saw it happening before the game. Seeing Evan Bassey having a conversation with the referee. I mean, it definitely went in. It just went in that back post. And again, it was – I want to make a look again. I don't know if it was Demeraux that got that, though, now that we're looking at this replay one more time. No, it was definitely Demeraux. But it went It went through that goal. And
37 had the corner kick.
Yep. And Dan, to make Tyler Gregory was a referee on Friday out in Corktown and at the corner ballpark, and Alianza scored a goal in the 65th minute that went in the back of the net, hit the backstop of the dugout on the first base line, and came back out on the field. Nobody knew it went in, except him and the player that scored the goal, which was Figueroa. It just happened here again. It's like, the referees check these nets before the games. That shouldn't happen, right? If there's any dispute, that's the reality. So, but anyways, 2-1 here in favor of the Nationals. Where Demro just that header, a fantastic header in the back of the net, and scored 2 unanswered goals here. It was more of a shoulder-to-shoulder contact, but they're going to call a foul there on the Nationals. As you see, Salvatore Velarde is saying, "Hey, it's it's an impressive second half here for the Nationals with that single momentum." This ball played up this near side. And then back to Besic. Right now, if this game were to conclude as it stands, the Nationals would move up into lone second place with 8 points. So, very important match here for them.
So in that goal, had a goal, Aiden Barrick of Troy High fame drew the assist on the corner kick.
I've been pronouncing it Barrich. Is it Barrich?
Barrick or Barrich? I've heard it several ways. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't know exactly how they.
We need to take a new collection. A new collection. It just takes a matter of just literally making. The referees check these nets, and and again, if there's a hole in the back of that net, clearly there is, because it went right through that side netting. It's a rare thing to see balls go through like that. But you are right. They need to have these nets checked.
We saw an instance at a girls' high school game a couple weeks ago where I still, to this day, don't think that shot went in the net.
Because that one has that bar that comes across to that near post. But the more and more you look at it, the more and more it looks like it went in. And, the referee was on the line, and he called it immediately. So that was the Stony Creek Rochester Adams game, where Rochester Adams won that game over Stony. Their only loss of the season. This ball played in, headed away.
So Stony Creek actually is ranked 4th. They'll play top-ranked Rochester on Wednesday in a makeup game that will decide the OAA Red Division title.
And guess who's covering it? We are.
Michigan Soccer Network will be there.
That's right. Tomorrow night we'll be out at Athens as they take on Grand Blanc. Number 6 versus number 10. I think number 12. I have to look at the rankings again.
Yeah, Grand Blanc fell a couple spaces.
Grand Blanc is 12. So number 6 versus number 12. Tomorrow, then we will be then covering on Wednesday, no game on Tuesday, number 1 versus number 5. And then Thursday, we're heading out to Royal Oak Shrine as they are welcoming in Orchard Lake St. Mary's in a Catholic League matchup.
Double-A division of the Catholic League.
That's right. And then, in 2 weeks from yesterday, we'll be out at Bishop Foley to cover the Cardinal and the Bishop Championships at Bishop Foley. We did that in the fall for the boys. And then later that night, we'll be out in Flint covering our first Flint City AFC match of 2023. So, Ben Holden on the call there. So, a lot of good soccer coming up here in the next couple weeks. Avzali inside the Demro scores the goal now. Look at this. Davidson. Out comes Besic and makes the save. Or the grab, whatever you want to call it.
Regardless, the Nationals have continued the pressure. FK Olympics defensive side of the field. We're at a 5-0 shots advantage here in the second half. Nationals able to tuck 2 of those away.
And the only real time tonight that FK Olympic has, in the run of play, they've not been a threat. But in transition, when the Nationals get high and create opportunities, you see Demro get high, you see the players get high, that's when FK has been dangerous. We saw that on their first goal. And their only goal, and now we're seeing it right now, right? And they had not had any shots, so it just shows you that, hey, in this game, in the second half, the Nationals did a really good job of keeping the ball away. If I had a possession marker, which I don't, it's got to be at least 75% in favor of the Nationals in this half. This is now Grobel and a heavy touch. We're going to see a substitution. It looks like we're going to see number 7 come off and number 16 come in. So let's see here on this. So number 16 is Milad Boutros. The 70th minute. Diamond back to Pulsini. That's going to go off for a corner. And if you weren't aware of this, all of our conference capsules and looking at these conferences for what they are, all of those are being released in short order here. Already had 7 or 8 released on the website at MichiganSoccerNetwork.com, but we have more coming. I've got 10 more scheduled this week. Dan's put a tremendous amount of time and effort into those articles, so head over and cover. Those are all high school rankings, high school capsules. As this ball goes, again, far and wide. That's
just trying to give a shout-out to as many schools possible here before the start of the state tournament, regardless of how these teams end up in their conferences. Just listing names from school by school of kids that coaches throughout their various conferences have mentioned as being solid players, returning starters, key newcomers. How have they done in the state tournament? Vetted in their state championship wins, state runner-up trophies, Final Four appearances, dating back to the MHSA started girls soccer back in 1983. So this is year 41 of high school girls soccer in the state of Michigan.
And as we mentioned, we'll be bringing the Dream Team Reveal show here coming up in June, a Wednesday, June 21st. State finals take place on the 16th and the 17th at DeMartin Stadium in East Lansing. We'll be there on Saturday, bringing a pregame show as well as postgame coverage. Already had conversations with the state about where we're going to be and how we're going to be located. Pregame coverage, do some postgame coverage to the winning teams and talk with their coaches and players after they win. It is slated that Division One will be taking place on that Saturday this year. They typically flip-flop, but based on a number of factors that might change. So we'll know more here as we get close to that time period. We are in the process of selecting out all of our districts and where we're going to go and to get the best games. Going to see a substitution now coming in here for the Nationals.
And there is a chance I might be out in the west side of the state here in a couple of weeks. So if so, I will try to make my way over to one of the high schools and catch a late regular season match, maybe a conference tournament game out in Ottawa-Kent Conference. There's 5 divisions of that league.
So Davidson came off for the Nationals. I think this is going to help me because they have 2 19s. I think Gavin Bourdon is now on for the Nationals. They have 2 19s on their roster, so it's not exactly helping the situation.
Well, Nationals have done a very good job of they've kept up the pressure. They were patient. They built up, tied the game, took advantage with a 2-1 lead, and FK Olympics had 1 shot from distance this whole entire half.
Yeah, I think at this point in my early career of broadcasting, Dan, I shouldn't take it personal when coaches don't reach out to me. They reach out to you ahead of me, At some point in time, I will take it personal if I don't get a text message and you do, and maybe vice versa. But to be fair, the person that in question that we're talking about doesn't really want any notoriety for their particular team. So, right, they want to keep things on the DL. Right, and as a matter of fact, a lot of the coaches that we talk about high school rankings in particular, They don't want, I mean, as much as they want their team ranked because it's good for the team, it's not something that they really want and to aspire to have because they know it means nothing. And it also means that now people are going to be paying attention to them. And that might not be a good thing either. So, go see Hudsonville is what he says. Now here comes Jennings. He's got Demro and then Azalia far post, but
yeah, if I'm out on the west side of the state, I'd like to check out Hudsonville, maybe Byron Center or Rockford, Caledonia, one of those schools that are having very good seasons.
Ooh, that's a
or Divisions 2, 3, and 4. A lot of Grand Rapids, Muskegon area teams having great years.
And to end this poll here in the 70, well, exactly at 75 on the clock. So get your predictions in here. It's 2-1 right now here in favor of the Nationals. We actually had a coach who we were showing highlights in our highlight reel during the high school ranking show, and one of those happened to be a penalty shot. Don't show penalty shots on the rankings.
I can understand that a little bit, especially when you got conference tournaments and districts starting here, later this month. There will be a plethora of shootout games.
Well, plethora? I think it's called plethora.
Plethora. Tomato, potato.
It's your world, man. I'm just in it. Now Barrett, who had that assist on the corner kick to Demro. The infamous goal now because we don't know if it went in. They call it an infamous is what we'll say. Go see Hudsonville. East Grand Rapids is usually a good one, too. East Grand Rapids is ranked. I've been to East Grand Rapids, and their press box and internet. Great press box. Internet's questionable now. Shabo. Ooh, went down. Oh, look at the tent just blew over. Wow. I mean, started off in the distance, but I did. That thing went over that vehicle, and it went it went flying.
I saw the movement out of the corner of my eye. I had to double take. I was like, wait, what is that?
I don't know if we got that on camera at all, but I saw it. So while that was happening, a yellow card was issued to Shabo for diving. Simulation, as they call it.
About 10 years ago, I had a friend of mine who was at some kind of carnival, set up in the state of Michigan. One of those tents broke free and kind of lifted up in the air and it came down crashing on a group of people. Some minor injuries, but a lawsuit involved. They're lucky that went that way, not on the field.
Demro night is done, and now we're going to see number 17 on the Nationals. Number 17 is Diego Izaguirre. Diego Izaguirre. Oh, yellow card was. Thank you. Well, as soon as the yellow card was issued, I was looking at a tent rolling across a backstop over there, so that kind of caught my eye. So thank you for letting me know for the kicking the ball away. Is this ball Izaguirre? It's almost getting a touch there. But Dan, we were at the Canton Cup here last year, and we actually had a tent. We were covering one of the fields for the finals, and we were actually our camera was perched on top of a U-Haul truck, just getting more height. Zaguirre puts us one in, and right through Bestic's legs. almost.
That ball just dipped at the last minute, and he almost went through his legs, and Nationals rushed the gate, so to speak, to try to punch in a loose ball.
Bordon was there for the rebound possibly, but get closer to the 78th minute. But
that could have been a backbreaker if they were able to get a shot and goal off that situation.
So we were – that's a good ball over the top. I think that's for Shabo again. Just too much pace. But back to my story. We were at the Canton Cup, and this is all available, by the way, on our YouTube channel. Covering this game, we have a tent in front of the U-Haul. Our camera person up on top of the U-Haul, and there's tents. It's a tournament. There's tents everywhere. And all of a sudden, we hear all the people start screaming, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!" And the next thing you know, the tent one of the tents from where all these things are happening flies over the U-Haul, lands on the U-Haul's windshield, and then lands on top of our tent to the side. And all this is on camera, by the way, so you can go back and watch it. It was Memorial Day weekend at the Canton Cup here last year. It smashed the windshield on the U-Haul, and the tent must have gone 30 or 40 yards in the air when it landed. So, but we appreciate you letting us know that Jay cubed for the yellow card for kicking the ball away. Appreciate that. I do have a little bit of ADHD. I saw something and it caught my eye. Is a Gare Garcia. Currently 9:40 here in the evening. 9:39 to be exact. In 47 seconds, my computer says.
It's getting a little windy up here in the press box.
Really
we are not enclosed. Yeah, it's more like a perch. There are no windows and walls.
Back to Wensky. Garcia. We are now
about 80 minutes in, 2-1 Nationals. They have definitely controlled this entire second half. Rick Larson made some adjustments. He's been subbing here on occasion. But most importantly for Nationals, they were able to tuck two in the back of the net to take the 2-1 advantage here. And have been in complete control of their own destiny here in the second half.
Now Scalassi's out wide. Avzali scored the first goal for the Nationals. Cuts back. He'll be fouled, and that's a yellow card.
The yellow cards are starting to amount, especially against FK Olympic. They have become increasingly frustrated in the second half. They've been unable to build any type of attack. They're resulting to fouling as National is continuing to put pressure in the final third of the field.
There was a recent sub, Milad Boutros, that got that yellow card.
So Nationals are standing off to the side, far side, about 25, 28 yards, see if they can get a shot on frame. Or
this is Wensky that's going to take this one for the Nationals. Got Goike and Bourdon. Plays out wide, and I was read all day long by FK Olympic. Conclusion of this match, we'll get out of here. Being that it's already 10 o'clock. Player goes down for the Nationals. That was Wensky. And now here come FK Olympic in the counter. We talked about they've been dangerous so far tonight in transition as Waller now steps onto the ball, and that one's knocked away.
Couple more subs coming up.
So it looks like Boutros will actually step off. Or no, he will not. I'm sorry. I don't know who went off. Maybe no one came on yet? Ball being thrown in on that far side. Here come the Nationals. Ball put across, and
it's a little bit too much touch on that.
A little bit is this one will roll out. 83rd minute. We appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already done so, and hit that subscribe button, we appreciate it if you did. That way you can come back and watch more of this, as we got more games coming your way. And 3 more high school games this week. And then we get into the next week, and my goodness, we have a lot of games. We got Bishop, we have the Bishop and the Cardinal Championship Catholic League High School matchups that week. A number of other ones. We've got our first ever Flint City AFC women's matchup. They're welcoming Detroit City FC in their first game on May 20th, and we'll bring that to you live here on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So Garen, he'll take a shot. Now, go well over.
Exciting time of the year as the high school athletic seasons are getting close to its end. You're going to have high school tournaments starting in variety sports here before the month of May is over. And then after Memorial Day weekend, you're in the final 2.5 weeks. So we'll have the girls' soccer finals. We'll be up at Michigan State along with the MHSA baseball and softball Final Four all in one complex. So you have soccer, softball, and baseball stadiums side by side.
Bourdon, one-on-one with Bessick. Open goal, 3-1. So the substitute Bourdon comes on and gives the Nationals now a 3-1 lead here in the 85th minute. So 3-1 is the score. Broadcasting 101. Whispers still catch up on the mic.
Yes.
It's funny, though.
That would be a royal blunder on my half.
I can't.
Beavis, you're supposed to turn your mic off.
It's okay. But 3 unanswered goals here in this second. Three unanswered goals here in this second half for the Nationals, and they're up 3-1.
Nationals 3 straight shots on frame, all found the back of the net. Nationals controlling their own destiny. They've down 1-0.5. Outshot FK Olympic 7-2 here in the second half, able to tuck away 3 goals. Looks like they're going to come away.
Well, this again is
the W
Bourdon
here.
again. Can he get one by Bessick? And that one goes a goal-saving slide tackle to get that one off the pitch and out for a corner. A red card was just given.
It's like number 9.
Yeah, he came on as a substitute. It was Bahu. And he sent him off. I just saw a red card. So
might have been dissent or using a few choice words the referee would not have any part of.
Oops.
He turned around and fired up that red pretty quick. So
he did, no question about that.
Nationals will play the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game up a man with a 3-1 lead, and they got a chance to put away a 4th here on this corner kick.
Ball comes in, and that one's headed away.
Look at that.
Oh,
beautiful
what a save right
Absolute
there.
Beautiful volley from about 30 yards in front of the net. Bassett was able to punch that over. Another corner kick for Nationals, but that could have been a great goal against most goaltenders.
Wow, what a beautiful save that was. That saved that one from becoming a 4-1 lead, as we'll see 2 more subs coming on here for the Nationals with just a few minutes to go here in this second half in this game.
So 7th corner kick coming up for the Nationals. They're trying to close out the final minutes here. The 3-1 advantage. They should move into sole possession of second place in the conference.
That they should, is now we're going to see this ball in from Barrage, and this one goes far post. We'll head on that one from, I believe it is a Gary. Was not. Good punt, though, from Bessick.
Bessick has actually been near brilliant in this game, even though they're down 3-1. He has had 3 or 4 great saves to keep their side into this contest. It could have been a lot worse without his stellar play between the pipes.
His brother Ames Bessick. Playing right back here tonight for FK Olympic. This ball is cleared away. The Nationals will move to 2-0-2 on the season. It's now a corner kick here for FK Olympic, who will move to 0-2 in their first 2 games. This is Tomo that will take this one. All played in and had and going to go off the pitch.
Had her just wide of the net.
We are now in the 90th minute. We're going to see the official stoppage time here now. 3 minutes.
So we had 2 minutes of stoppage time in the first half, 3 more here in the second.
That's right.
But barring a great comeback for FK United, this one's going to fall into the win column for the Nationals.
So Amos Bessick will get the caution.
Officially in the stoppage time. So what type of USPL games do we have coming up, Jonathan, the next couple of weeks?
I do not have the full schedule. We have nothing next week because it's my anniversary. So
we got to let you slide out of town here for a Friday or Saturday night.
It's true. It's true. Every once in a while, we've got 3 games next week that we'll cover. It is Mother's Day also next week, so I kind of tried to not do anything on Mother's Day, kind of on purpose. Take a look here at the live standings. In a moment, the next stoppage. Here comes FK Olympic. Back to where, and he'll clear this one out. And here's a live look at the current standings again. If everything, based on what's happening right now, Detroit United is still in first place. Nationals will take over sole possession of second place. And then you'll see FK Olympic will still be at the bottom with no wins. So the only team without any points here so far, but they've only played 2 games. So a lot still happened here in this league.
Nationals, this is their 4th game. You can definitely see the difference.
I don't know why.
The wind played havoc on that shot. He almost dropped it right into the net.
I'm trying to figure out why that's on the screen, so I apologize. That should not have been there. But we'll push off. Well, my bad. So 1 minute to go here in this one.
That was the first shot on frame for FK Olympic here in the second half, coming in the 92nd minute. Temperatures have definitely dropped about 15 degrees since the start of this match, 8 p.m.
We can push that one in and show you. It's 60 degrees. It's a shot from Izaguirre. Saved by Bessick once again. It's another save for him.
Bessick 6 saves on the night, and he has definitely kept his side in this contest.
It was 68 degrees at the start of this game.
Feels colder with the wind than 60 degrees.
And that will be the conclusion of this one as the game ends here on this Sunday evening. Dan, any final thoughts here before we get out of here?
Yeah, the Nationals controlled most of this game. Definitely outshot them. Controlled possession first 15 minutes, and they even up in the rest of the first half. But the whole second half, it was all Nationals.
That it was.
They had a 10-4 shot advantage, and most of those shots for FK Olympic came here in the last 3 to 5 minutes. But Nashville scored on 3 straight shots on frame to tie the game and go up 1 and up 2, and they're undefeated at 2-0-2 on the season, second place in the conference.
And we showed you here just a second ago the league standings, so we'll put them on the screen once again here. As you take a look, the Detroit United still atop the table, Nationals in second, Allianz FC, United West, and Cedars FC all tied for third. Motor City in fourth, Shabib Al-Yaman in fifth, and in sixth place, the final spot of the table, FK Olympic 0-2-0. But either way, we do appreciate you stopping by here on this Sunday. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all your support. And we are excited to bring you more coverage here tomorrow night. High school soccer coming your way here tomorrow night. Grand Blank going into Troy Athens High School. Best concession stand in the state of Michigan. But from all of our crew here, Nathan on camera, Brianna on utility, Zoe on utility, Dan Stickrat, my co-host, commentator extraordinaire, I'm Jonathan Turner. And we hope you have a great rest of your Sunday evening. And we will see you next time for more soccer.